Blackening is a horror comedy that I went in with no expectations, but I'm pleased to say, I'm excited to say that it's much better than I thought it would be. Let's start with the premise. 7 friends go away for the weekend, only to find themselves trapped in a cabin with a killer who has a vendetta. They must pit their street smarts and knowledge of horror movies against the murder to stay alive. Let's start off with the good. This movie is a definite crowd pleaser with a hilarious and a very attractive cast. All of them were just characters that I just wanted to stay in this movie with and hang out with. They were really, really fun. They reminded me how much I love the original Scream cast, because this movie has a lot of similarities with that, and how each of them have individual personalities that shine. But at the same time, every actor pulled their weight here. Nobody was slacking. Everybody was on their comedic timing really well in all different versions, whether it was body comedy or just the one-liners that kept coming and the references. And also, other than being like movie characters that I like, they also felt like people I went to college with. So it was a relatability there that really make them very lovable. And with a name like The Blackening, you would think that this movie would only play for people with some melanin, but it doesn't. It mixes Black culture humor with movie knowledge humor and just other really fun and well-timed jokes to have this concoction that I think anyone can enjoy. Even the jokes in the trailer still hit, because when you get it in context and the way it was built up, it's just a lot more funny. And it, like I said before, it reminds me of Scream, where it pokes at not only Black culture, but horror movies themselves, while also celebrating both of them. And the concept here is the 7 Black friends going to a cabin, and they're even commenting how like, oh my God, how can we even go here with Black? We don't do this. This is some white people stuff. And just little jokes like that was really great. But the concept of 7 Black friends going to a cabin, being stalked by a serial killer, and having to prove who's the blackest and kind of deal with some of that, you know, some people being light skinned and not being considered Black, or not being considered Black enough because of the things you're into. A lot of things that the people in the Black culture and Black community deal with was brought up here for inspiration, but not too much, and a lot of jokes. So I really, really enjoy how they executed and really use the fear of this person that wants to attack the Blackest person in the group to really explore certain things, but also make light of it and create some real internal drama. Now let's talk about the bad. So while the horror part aspect of the film is not bad, it's just pretty bland. Them using the most basic horror tropes and scares that you could possibly imagine. And if they had executed the horror aspect of this film a lot better, this could have went from just a crowd-pleasing, fun horror film to a horror comedy classic. And this also leads into the mystery. Who's doing this? Why they're doing it? And unfortunately, it's in plain sight from the beginning. I guess who was doing it for almost like halfway through the movie, way before they revealed who was doing it, and also the motivations. Everything was just plain in sight. And I feel like if the script and the screenplay was a lot more clever, that this movie would have been elevated even more. I liked it a lot, but it could have been really great. Let's get into my verdict. So despite the lack of scares and horror aspects and you know, a villain, while interesting, could have been fleshed out or just done in a better way where the mystery held up throughout the movie. I think there's so much here for you to enjoy, from the cast to the comedy to the adventure that they go on in this one central location, that I think is worth checking it out. Whether you see it in a theater or you see it on streaming, definitely watch The Blackening, especially with some friends. You're going to have a great time. And I had a smile throughout the whole movie because it's just so much fun. So with that said, I'm going to give The Blackening a C+. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What would you rate The Blackening if you saw it already? And if you haven't seen it yet, will you go check it out based on my review? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you have seen it already, tell me your favorite parts. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified of my reviews, reactions, live discussions, and much more. You can catch more of my content right now.